And good evening, everybody. This is Lady Rage on Gamers Geek Radio. Tonight we have Jody Steele with us. She's an artist. We have Brandon, Mr. Biwa, Tony, and Travis is hiding in the corner somewhere.
Good place for him.
Oh.
I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm showing Travis as being muted on my screen. I don't know if it's something I've done or whatnot, but
that's something he did.
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, let's get going, man. Jody, thank you so much for coming on the show. Like I say, Jody is an artist, and I believe if you pretty much just go Google her name, it's Jody Steele, and you can type in there thigh art or anything like that. Has some amazing stuff on there, just absolutely amazing. And thank you for coming on tonight and talking to us about it, Jody.
Glad to be there.
Well, I guess if I could start off, I mean, what drove your passion for drawing and art? And you do a lot of body art from what I've seen. What really drove you to that?
Well, I've been drawing since I was a little kid, so I don't really have like a moment that I can pinpoint when I started, but I started drawing on myself seriously in college when I was in class and lectures, and it wasn't for the sake of being bored necessarily, but I feel like as an artist I just always need to be drawing on something, and the most available canvas was myself. So.
Well, there you go. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I noticed on doing a little research, it shows that you have some work experience with some different projects and stuff. Any of them you'd like to touch on? Let us know about.
Like currently right now in Los Angeles, or?
I mean, anything you'd like to talk about, anything you've been involved with or currently involved.
Well, I've been involved with a lot of like concept art and sketch art and Photoshop work for feature films and television shows right now, but a lot of it I can't talk about yet necessarily, but I have worked for some cool companies like Illusion Industries, which is a special effects company in Burbank, and Art Machine, a trailer park company in Hollywood, so I'm kind of just putting my foot in the door in the film industry right now.
Well, that's good. That's a good place to start. You have a lot of talent.
Definitely.
Yeah, looking at your IMDb page there, like I say, some of it you might not be able to talk about what night, so I won't go into depth if you don't want to, but there's a couple of shows on there I think we've all heard of. I won't say any of them. If folks want to look them up, they can. But I suppose a lot of that is doing concept art for shows. One of them I saw was for the AMC network. I ain't gonna say no more than that. But how long have you been doing work like that?
I've been out in Los Angeles working on stuff for about a year now, so not very long. But yeah, I moved out here almost exactly a year ago. I graduated from Emerson College in 2014.
Right. How's the transition been? You know, I know you're originally from Florida, correct? Are you there?
Yeah, but the transition's been really smooth. A lot of Emerson students moved to Los Angeles, so I moved out here and had a lot of friends already working in the industry. And my older sister's out here; she's an actress, and yeah, I'd say it's been pretty seamless so far.
Well, that definitely makes things easier when you got somebody out there.
Definitely.
With your sister being out there, I don't know. I think about it all the time. I've never lived anywhere but North Carolina, and it honestly, to me, it'd kind of be a scary thing to think about starting a new career somewhere else. And, you know, just leaving what I always knew was home to try something new. But glad everything's going good for you on that. I'm trying to look up right here. I'm so sorry if I'm behind. Looking up on your YouTube channel here. You just recently started posting a lot more videos and stuff. You want to plug the channel right quick?
Yeah, artist Jody Steele. I would have just done Jody Steele and most of this stuff, but that was taken on a couple of things, so I kind of coined just artist Jody Steele for like Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, I had posted a Walking Dead time lapse about a year ago, and it had gotten a couple thousand views and kind of just fell to the wayside. So I didn't really post anything else until that had gotten reposted somewhere, and turns out like a lot of people were interested, so I recently started making videos again.
I tell you, anybody out there listening want to go check it out, I would suggest looking at the time lapse of the Mad Max, because at the end of that, you kind of show, once all the art's done, you about how long it takes to remove all the ink and whatnot. And actually, I was surprised at how long it took. I was thinking it'd be quite a different number than what it showed. But yeah, definitely, y'all need to go check that out. Feel like I'm talking a mile a minute here. Anybody else want to jump in here?
When you're working, as far as just working on a piece, when you get started, are you one of those people that you...
I would suggest looking at the time lapse of the...
Yeah. All right. Are you one of those people that just, you have that light bulb go off and you automatically have to find something to sketch out, or are you one of those people that you prefer to just plan everything out before anything gets made flesh, so to speak?
I think it'll vary. With a lot of the ripped skin stuff, that's kind of just off the top of my head. Like I don't specifically. I was looking. I had no idea if the illusion of that was going to turn out, and it turned out differently than I thought it would. But that's kind of it. It's for me, it's about the process, and I think that's why people watch the videos, is to see the actual drawing. And the end result is always kind of like, I wonder what this is going to look like, because I don't have it planned out ahead of time. Like the one I did today, which is on my arm right now. I did another Mad Max one today, just before this, and I wanted to do it all black, and so it looks like it was missing a finger. Like there were parts that you could see on, and I didn't know if it would turn out, but it did. So I'm really glad.
So you're along for the ride just as much as anybody else when you start working.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
And I post them all too. Like if I do feel like one doesn't live up to like what I had expected, I'm still like, well, maybe people will still like it. So yeah.
I have a question for you. What was your mom's reaction when you were younger and drawing on yourself, and then what is it now?
I knew that was going to pop up sooner or later.
My mom was always fine with me drawing on myself. She's the one that like first put art supplies in my hands, so she let me draw on my walls as a kid with whatever I wanted, because her mentality was she could always paint over it later if I wanted to. So she let me draw on myself, on my backpacks, on my clothes, on her walls.
I am going to go ahead and assume, though, that it didn't take long before she switched to washable markers.
Funny, she always was. It's really a great story that she has always been so supportive. I think a lot of people are facing, parents who want them to, follow really academic routes or be really serious, but she's always pushed the arts since I was a little kid. My dad was the one who was, very adamant that we don't draw on ourselves, for the classic, like, you can get ink poisoning, or like, don't come home if you're going to get your ink on everything in the house. But the first, after the first news article, he was like, I always told you that it's a good thing you do on yourself. So.
Have you ever thought about doing anything more permanent? Because I've noticed everything that I've seen you do has been, just with marker and, stuff that can be washed off. As far as like a permanent tattoo or anything, is that anything that ever crossed your mind, or are you just the type of person where you're just an open canvas and you'd rather be able to change it at any time you want?
I do permanent artwork. I do stuff on paper, on canvas. There isn't a medium that I don't draw with, actually, or paint with. I use oils, acrylics, all that sort of stuff, but it happened to be that the leg drawings are what people, found and were interested in, so...
So I have a question for you, because everyone's asking about your art and all that is great, but I have a very important question is, what system do you play?
Oh man, but like there's so many.
Mainly right now. What's your main one right now?
The main thing that I do gaming wise, between all the work and social, I play Dungeons and Dragons tabletop, so I don't play as a system actually.
Old school, very nice.
Well, don't you notice your shirt? I mean, come on. Yeah, see, it's right there.
I play every Wednesday at a comic book store. Emerald Knights. So if you know Emerald Knights, I play. I'm actually going to the con like a couple days of it next weekend. So that's the primary focus right now. But I grew up with PlayStation, so I'm like somewhat biased. Oh no!
Thank you. You just made my night.
Jody, you be quiet.
Nothing wrong with PlayStation. I just have an Xbox
His
One.
power
I don't
level
feel
just
like
went up.
buying another console.
Oh, man.
Welcome,
Level unlocked. Achievement unlocked.
Winning.
welcome to the combo, Travis. Where you been, man?
Man, you know, life is life. But, you know, all right, so everybody's been talking about, you know, like, well, I guess what they mean by permanent is, do you plan on doing tattoos yet?
Which is his way of hinting at when will I be able to actually purchase a piece, because I want one.
I do.
The main thing was I actually got offered like a couple of apprenticeships when I got out to Los Angeles, and I had gotten offered one by my tattoo artist in Boston, the guy who gave me my first tattoo, and it's just been a matter of like I need to work full time still, and doing an apprenticeship is a very time-consuming thing, and it's something that I would have to work towards for a couple of years before I could conceivably make a living off of it. So I'm saving up, and it's definitely a possibility. If someone's willing to take me on in Los Angeles as an apprentice tomorrow, like, and work with the hours and like not charge me for an apprenticeship, probably could do that. But
All right, everybody go spam Kat Von D's Twitter right now.
I was saying, I've got a friend that lives in LA. I can talk to him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're actually semi-close. The rest of us are just like
I'm about 6 hours away.
yeah,
six hours for permanent ink, dude. And with the way her stuff looks, I could.
Oh no, I'll
totally
go. I go down to LA at least twice a year. Trust me, I'll go.
Yeah.
but yeah, I would love to get tattoos. I met Kat
I'll
Von D.
definitely fly to get tatted.
So.
I wish I was open to the idea of getting a tattoo. Like,
Oh,
I don't
God,
have nothing.
really?
No. I have nothing against tattoos, but you don't understand me personally. I am deathly afraid of a needle. Like, it don't matter how much it is. I don't think I'd be able to do it.
I feel you. I am also afraid of needles for the most part, but getting a tattoo is totally different than getting like a.
Yeah,
It
I'm
really
getting
is.
to tattoo needles, and honestly, I've got 2 tattoos. It's not the same thing.
It's not at all.
I know. Man. And then
No, it's
there's
like 1,000
also the
needles
thing-
getting dragged into you.
It's like 1,000 needles.
More. It's much more.
Travis, you're enjoying this just a little bit, aren't you?
There's also
I
the
mean,
thing
because
is,
I don't have any tattoos.
I don't either. And
And
my
people
issue is, I'm
know-
33 right now. How do I know when I'm 63 I'm going to want that same tattoo?
It's not about that though.
You get
It's
something
about
that
like
you
the
want.
moment that you get it.
Right.
Get something that's more like your expression, or something that you've enjoyed the entire time. Something you're still gonna enjoy later. Like me, things on me have to do with like the flag from where my family came from, or my family's the creed they have. I got from ancestry. So with me, it's like stuff that it's never gonna go away for me. That's why I got that stuff.
Right. Either that or get
Some-
ink that actually holds meaning to you.
Yeah.
Like, don't get the generic.
Don't get a
Yes.
dragon.
Hey, don't hate on the dragon. I have a dragon.
I should.
Don't
So
get
I
anything tribal either. Tribal is like so 90s. Like,
Well,
Seriously,
I
guys?
was going to say the best thing for me then would be to get a tribal band that said AutoCAD 2010. Like, that would be.
Okay. So let's try to get back on track and ask some more questions here, because I mean, mine
Yeah,
are
go
like
for it, man.
gaming related, which she's answered a lot of them with one question. So anyone else have any other questions for that's not what I'm gonna ask?
I mean,
Go ahead, man. Ask what you
go
feel.
ahead.
Well, so how long have you been doing tabletop then? Like most of your life, as long as you've been drawing, or was drawing the first kind of hobby?
I mean, drawing was definitely the first hobby for me. Tabletop gaming started within like 6 months actually. So
So fairly new then on that one then.
Oh yeah, but it's definitely taken over. Like, if I'd been asked to go out or like play D&D, the answer now is normally to play D&D. So
Nothing wrong with that decision at all. Nothing wrong.
And I mean, I can definitely see why from just a straight up creativity or an artistic standpoint, because with the tabletop you actually get to flesh out and make that character kind of the same way you would with your artwork.
I mean, I draw all my characters, so I have
So
those.
what's your favorite character in your tabletop though?
Ooh, I have this. I have like special connection with my first character, which is a tiefling sorcerer, and her name is Nowhere.
Told you,
And
mate.
Hmm?
Nothing. Go ahead.
You can't be
She's a
going on the sorcerer, man.
Squishy. Gotta love him. Gotta
Oh
love
my
him.
gosh, stay away from the.
Everyone's squishy in the first
No
couple.
hating on the
Come on now.
coffees, all right? No hating on the coffees. I have
That's
three up there.
my first time playing D&D
Do not
was,
hate on
there's
the
a house
coffee.
cat. You die. What?
We save everybody, okay?
Yeah, but here's a question: when an arrow goes through your skull, who saves you?
Man, when an arrow goes through a night skull, who saves you?
I wouldn't be stupid enough to be sitting where an arrow can go through my skull in the first place.
But if you're playing as a clothy, then you're not sitting that far back from the knight is supposed to take the damage. You see the point in what I'm trying to make there? You're gonna get killed before I get killed.
Well, then, let me put it this way. If I'm doing my job properly, there's not going to be anybody to kill you.
Okay, I have a
Well,
question for you, Jody.
Sorry.
You were in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book, correct?
was.
How did it feel when they told you that they wanted to feature you in their book?
It's funny because I was at the time repped by a UK press agency who was like sending or like managing the press that I was getting overseas, and I didn't know that they had like picked up my work until after it was published, and
ooh.
it was sort of got in the mix, and I like went in my email one day, and they just decided to, like, yeah, so we published your work in Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's pretty cool. It's a public spread too, so.
That's actually kind of odd. That kind of seems like something they need to contact you about before publishing. But
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
real.
I don't know how that
You're
works.
there.
But,
Okay.
I gave them the the rights to sell it and all that sort of stuff. So,
oh, okay. And they
Yeah.
just didn't bother you telling you they were doing it until after they did it. Then okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
and I was like, whoa. So,
And you've been in the USA Today?
yep. It's in USA Today and CNN, and this is back in 2013. But yeah, that was insane. I think that some of those were like, I was looking at that and you don't know how to react. It's out of this world to that doing something in that scale. So
I think it's pretty amazing that you've been featured into so many articles and books like that. That's really amazing.
Dude, it's amazing anytime somebody can take a passion that they truly love and make a living out of it. I mean, that's just a testament to how awesome life can be, man. Like, you're living the dream, Jody. Go for it. I mean, man, that's
Yeah,
great.
you're lucky. I'm still waiting for them to make sarcasm a job, because I'd be good then.
Oh man.
But I mean, that's the issue. Is too many people settle for whatever will garner them a quick paycheck, and the dreams go to the wayside in favor of paying bills, being an adult, so on and so forth. So the fact that you've been able to
No, but that's kind
do
of how
all of the
society raises our
above
kids
and
nowadays.
do it
Now,
well,
that's
then
why my kid says he wants to build on Minecraft. I say, build, go for it, do what you want.
create properties, which I will then own and manage.
So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What are your hopes?
if you would have told me this is where I would be, 5 years ago, which I was a senior in high school 5 years ago, I was a little crazy. So I guess that's the thing. Like, I didn't see this coming, and I didn't know I would be in Los Angeles, and I had, obviously no idea that this drawing of myself would be this. So, 5 years from now, I hope that I could just keep raising the stakes of the artwork, and I also am really making moves to start directing more because I went to film school and I have a passion for directing and writing. So I have quite a few different endeavors in that regard. So within 5 years, I'm hoping that I will have, at the very least, like started working towards making a feature. So,
No, is there any type of particular films that you would want to do, or just anything?
action, adventure, fantasy, for sure. One of my favorite graphic novel comics right now is Saga. So um, I kind of want to do something in that vein. Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite films of all time. So,
But they walked way too much.
Being out in LA, have you ever given any thought to doing like maybe some concept artwork for different video games and stuff like that?
I would love to.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. Like, I know you said you draw all your D&D characters. Do you post those anywhere, or is that your own private collection, or is there anywhere we could see them, or what's up?
They're on my Instagram at artist Jody Steele, and I've done like some local residents here who like run their own adventures. I've done like some artwork for some of their stuff, but I would love to do artwork for Wizards or for Adventure League or I would like just anything in that vein. But it's always just a matter of finding that connection.
Right.
Tons of artist emails, just like, hey, like, I want to draw some guys. So that is, you hit the nail on the head though. That's something that I would love to do.
I can bet. I mean, especially if you're drawing all your own D&D characters and whatnot. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love to check out some more. And I'll be honest, I hadn't looked up your Instagram yet, but after the show's over, I'll definitely make a point to and check out what you got going on there.
Have you decided to make your a graphic novel yet?
Oh yeah, that's in the works. I'm working on a graphic novel with a friend of mine, and he wrote it, and I'm illustrating it. And at release, I'm like done for it. Anytime I have free time now, it's like I'm illustrating it. It's a lot though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
It's a big job. It's my first real graphic novel that I'm working on. So, but that's the biggest thing I think for me right now is that coming out. So I don't want to give an exact date because we have one like in mind, but we'll say it's within the next couple months. We plan on the first issue. So
You have a title. You have a title that we can keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I guess I can say it's Future Tale, and Tale spelled like
Future Tale.
An animal tale, but yeah, Future Tale, written by Sean Gilroy and illustrated by Jody Steele.
All right.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for it. It's gonna be big.
As I was on my anime website like recently, and I was looking up like random animes to watch, and there's a anime called Future Tale that came up from like it's not Future Tale, but it's like Tales of Future or something like that. I was like, what in the world is this? So I'm looking up Fairy Tale, and I was bored.
This is nothing to do with like fairy tales.
I was bored. But do you also like cross stream into like anime or?
I used to be like started in 6th grade. I used to be the biggest anime nerd. So I was like super into Full Metal Alchemist and
Wonderful. Sorry.
Full Metal is the go-to anime for everybody.
That or Trigun.
I would honestly, mine were, and this is just me personally, Cowboy Bebop and DBZ.
Right.
But DBZ was
you had to just throw out DBZ and
yes, I did.
Okay. You just gotta go back to DBZ, like
Because
that's classic.
Thank you.
Don't agree with.
I'm so upset. Yeah, please no. Like, I'm so upset with DBZ right now. It's just, oh man.
Tony doesn't need you to agree with him, okay? Just don't.
Well, look. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. If you ask anybody when they got into anime from, the large majority is going to tell you it's Dragon Ball. I mean, they just are. And yes, it was mainstream. It still is mainstream. But you got to get a start somewhere.
My
I mean,
first
it
anime-
makes
You
sense
gotta
to
start
focus
somewhere,
on.
but
Yeah.
By
I'm
the way,
mad that they're killing
Hey,
off
first-
GT.
First anime I saw start to finish was
I can be
Neon
mad
Genesis
about that.
Evangelion.
Mine was the Yu Yu Hakusho, to be honest.
That was a good one.
See,
the
that was a
first
great one, though. No, that was a great one. That's not a good one. That's a great one.
I was mixing Inuyasha and DBZ for my first two.
Kenshin was better than that, though, Travis.
What?
Than Inuyasha, Kenshin was better.
Yo, Kenshin's always been better, but Samurai Deeper Kyo is better than
Kyo is the
that.
shit.
So,
Plain and simple.
I still watch Evangelion though to this day.
I have a question.
Evangelion is the shit.
That's a great one.
Go ahead, lady.
Have you been commissioned to do like murals for people's walls, like on a building side, or
Murals.
do yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Or commissioned to do somebody's logo for their company.
Absolutely. I normally get those kinds of requests on a regular basis. It's always been a matter of like whether or not I take freelance work or if I like work, because I work freelance at studios, but when I do take those jobs, they're like 40 to 60-hour work weeks. So I get those requests regularly, but I can't always fulfill them, unfortunately. Company logos more so. I do those. I'm working on a couple prospects right now, and I would like to do more murals like locally for sure. I do spray paint and stencil and all that, so it's a lot of fun. And yeah, if that comes up, I definitely would. There's not much that someone could ask me that I don't think I'd be open to doing artistically. So
I'd like to ask you something, if I may. Let's say there was somebody watching this stream now or watching the VOD when it goes live, and let's say they're starting high school, they really have a passion for art, but they really don't know where to take it, because I'm thinking about it like this, where I went to school at, there was not really a big art department at all. So somebody that truly had a passion for art, it was going to be tough for them to express that and to be able to do what they love. What would your advice for somebody like that be that really has a passion for it but does not know where to go to really get started? What would you tell them?
don't go to college. No.
She's got a
Honestly,
point.
I am super in debt from college, and I'm not sure yet if it was worth it. But if you love to draw, that's kind of just the key, is just to keep drawing. I never, growing up, I didn't take my first art class until I was in my junior year of high school, and it wasn't a big focus at my high school. But I had been drawing, every single day previous to that, and I went to film school, and I did art school, but I kept drawing through school.
I guess the second part to that question would also be, do you know of any good platforms for them to get their work out on? For them to share with the world, to let their art be seen. Like, what would be best for somebody like that? Just posting to Facebook or Instagram?
Something
or...
like a DeviantArt or an Instagram.
I think DeviantArt, unfortunately,
Post to.
is so large now
Do you
that
not post to DeviantArt?
It seems like DeviantArt, you could just get lost in a sea of all other content. I know it's a great site, but it just seems like it'd be so easy for somebody smaller to just kind of
fall through this.
not be able to get noticed.
And employers aren't looking at DeviantArt. To be honest, a lot of jobs I've gotten out here, whether it be freelancing or at studios, they looked at my social media. So I think that is the primary place to post artwork now. I don't necessarily think it's positive in every respect, because it has to really jump at people, and that sort of influences the style of art that I think people do, because you want people to share it, obviously, if you want the exposure. So
yeah,
but it is important now, I think, to post on social media.
I could be using the total wrong wording here, but it's the best way I'm trying to express myself. When you got to LA, did you have to do much I'll say boots on the ground type work. Were you going to these different places and showing them your work and everything else, or did social media just pretty much take over everything like that for you? Or did you have to get out there and go place to place, introduce yourself, show them your work? Or, I mean, how did that work?
It's definitely a combination of both. I paid my dues at one of the studios. I interned for a couple months, and then I did some not very artistic. I did some shop work, and it was
if it's too personal, you can tell me and not answer. But was it paid internship work?
I got it full credit, so no.
Okay. Okay. Interning can be tough, man. I had to do 2 years intern with actually the company I'm with now. They actually hired me out of high school, but I was 2 years interning with them when I was going to NC State. So, and it was not paid at all. And
that's the problem. They look at you like it's free labor basically for them.
Well, yeah, but after 2 years interning, I got a job. So, I mean, but yeah, that was a rough 2 years. Trying to pay for school, intern, and still have money to go out and buy a six-pack on Friday night.
Which is tough because you're getting old.
How often do you carry around your own physical portfolio? How much of it is done in person versus social media? Because you just kind of hit on the fact that they do check your Instagram, your Facebook. Do you still carry around that physical portfolio of work to bring with you?
I definitely have one. The amount of times I've needed it, a couple times maybe, it's pretty much non-existent, I would like to say now, for the most part. People ask for a link to social media before they'll ask to see if it's a portfolio anymore. It's unfortunate, in my opinion, because you can do detail in person that you can't,
yeah,
online. So, and you also don't know how much someone's digitally altered something online too. So,
because these days anybody with an internet connection can find some kind of a photo editing program for next to nothing.
The work is done digitally now, but there's something to be said for good pencil and paper.
And
let's say, cause
your left arm, Jody, is that from the video you uploaded today?
It is. It's kind of worn off.
Show it off to the camera.
You're not paying attention.
I guess I won't. I'm sorry, man.
Jeez,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to be focused, man.
How long does it take for you to do something like that?
I'd say this one took about 45 minutes, but some of the larger pieces, I guess, take a bit longer. I think the one.
It's only about 2 minutes and 12 seconds on a time lapse, though.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You can normally tell how short or long it took because the actual length of the time lapse. I normally speed them up all at the same speed, so if one is significantly shorter than the rest, it probably took me a really short time to draw that one.
I noticed in the video though you had a GoPro on your head, but I don't remember seeing a lot of video from the GoPro you were wearing. What happened there? Was it not recording?
It just doesn't. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. There's too much. I'd really need a tripod for it. Because I think the look of it is cool, but it doesn't work. Maybe on my hand. You know what I didn't try? I didn't try it on my hand. That might be something weird.
That'd be something to try.
You caught her secret. She likes to wear the GoPro and not record anything. It's just
That's right. That's right. Just the accessory.
Yeah.
So, quick question for you, as far as just straight, because you mentioned you've done some graphic arts work. What was your first, I guess, if you want to call it that, the first comic book character you ever drew and put to paper? What's always been the one that you've held closest to your heart?
What's your favorite comic book character? Is basically what you're trying to say.
Oh, that's so funny. It threw me back. The first thing I thought of was the first time anyone asked me to draw anything comic
Look,
book.
you say DC characters, I'm just saying right now.
DC or Marvel, and why?
Oh my gosh.
Why does it
All right,
always...
let her answer one question at a time. All right, let her answer one question first.
Go with the first question.
Favorite superhero.
This is a trap question.
It is. Be careful. Tread lightly.
Just a tad.
You have a top 5. You have a top 5.
Don't worry, because I pretty much know you're not going to agree with me on anything, so I'm already counting that.
Oh.
Just come up with the top 5.
Oh, shoot. This is really hard. I mean, my favorite character in any universe, like, hero-wise, has always been Batman, but that doesn't necessarily make me a person, so.
Right.
Oh, I'm winning at life today. Thank you.
How are you winning? I thought you liked Superman.
No.
What?
I'm to the
No,
point
I'm a
now
Batman
when that question comes out, I just say Aquaman to give him something to bitch about.
Nice.
Do you want? Go sit in your corner. Aquaman is not stupid.
Hey,
wait. Aquaman has been transformed into a badass now, okay? Don't be hating on Aquaman.
It's because they drug the dude from Game of Thrones. It's the actor that's the badass, not the character.
No. That's
Oh,
not
dude,
what I'm
come on,
talking
man.
about.
You know
Why are we arguing this?
Aquaman is a badass,
Honestly.
dude. He's the only one I know that can rock a tangerine and lime green suit.
Okay,
Why
so
would you want to?
I have a question for you.
Why would you want to?
Well, I have a question for you. So you said Batman. So,
But I heard Batman.
do you consider Batman a hero or just simply a vigilante?
Okay, I mean, yeah, technically just a vigilante, but so that might sway my question. If you're like talking like I guess superhero then.
Well, I mean, granted, everyone calls him a superhero, but to be fair, he's not. But if that's one of them, that's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you can sit
I'm
there
not
and nitpick
Okay,
on what your definition.
wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Why
Let
can't
her
we
finish
call
it.
him a superhero?
Because he doesn't have superpowers.
Do we have to be PC when it comes to comics, though? Come on, man.
Let her finish it.
He's an
Let her
exceptional
finish
individual.
it.
No matter what.
Let her finish it.
I'm done.
Go ahead,
Let
Joe.
her finish.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, he's a hero. He's not like he obviously doesn't have superpowers, but so maybe he's not a superhero, but he's my favorite hero. He is a hero at the end of the day. But superhero, I guess my answer would be. I should have one that like directly comes to mind, but there are.
There's a lot of them, so.
Yeah. There are.
I was just trying to get 5. I only got 1 right now. I need 4 more.
Oh my
Thinking
goodness.
of the second
I'm
one.
gonna I feel like I'm realizing now, though, based on that question, is a lot of the heroes that I admire aren't naturally, like, inherently have superpowers. Like, I love Iron Man, but it's not like he has superpowers either.
See?
Iron Man, honestly, Iron Man's like the Marvel version of Batman, really. He's like the same just.
I think I admire like, people in these universes that, like, will use their resources.
That don't stand out as much, but are able to.
I do agree. It's much better to see a hero that doesn't have a superpower that can do what they do in these worlds instead of people who have powers. Like, let's face it, you're Superman. Okay, literally, you're Superman. But then there's Batman who goes, I don't have that, but I can kill you with a rock. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Or in the case of the new movie, he just walks right up and is like, "Do you bleed?"
I just don't see why you have to have superpowers to be a superhero. I guess super's
That's
on
the
the context of the word. No, you can be a superhero, an above-average hero, and to me, Iron Man and Batman are above-average heroes than Superman. Because let's face it, Superman can't really die unless you come at him with some kryptonite. Or one bullet, man, the right spot. Batman and Iron Man are dead, dude. They're vulnerable.
And
so
besides,
the fact they're out there doing their thing.
Which is
powers in the world.
They're
Also
not superheroes. Superheroes have a superpower. Heroes.
All in context.
Travis, you look like you're about ready to jump down somebody's throat.
Because y'all like, it doesn't matter between a superhero and a hero. It doesn't matter anymore. If they go out there and they do good by the definition of good, or justice, upholding the law or upholding justice where there's corrupt, it doesn't matter if you have superpowers or not, you're still a hero. Now,
Okay, so Travis,
she got 3 more. I just want 3 more heroes.
Dude, you are trying.
I got Iron Man, I got Batman, I just want 3
Damn.
more.
I have another question.
Go for it, lady.
How do you go about finding somebody to draw on?
Well,
like your first time.
My primary canvas is myself. because it's the easiest, most accessible, canvas. But my second primary canvas is somebody that lives downstairs from me, and he is, quite literally downstairs. And I normally film at his place, so.
It's like an awkward conversation, but you walk up and go, "Can I draw on you?"
I was going to draw the Mona Lisa on myself, and I said that. I was like, oh, I'm going to go draw the Mona Lisa myself.
What?
And the canvas, and he was like, oh, I mean, you could use my back. And I was like, oh, I thought you were busy today. And he was like, nah, you can draw the Mona Lisa on me, that's fine.
He's like, nah, I got nothing better.
I have to say, if you ever need like Avengers or Marvel or DC, you could probably give a call to anybody here, and especially Brandon over here would probably be breaking every speeding law possible to get there to give you a canvas.
What you're talking about?
People have offered up there.
Probably would.
That was about to sound really bad. People have offered themselves as canvases quite often now, so I'm thinking of changing it up more. It's also a matter of, like, I'm comfortable drawing on myself with ink because I have done it for years and nothing has happened, and the person downstairs is comfortable with it, but it might not be something that everybody's comfortable with, because it is, Sharpies, and it is, Prismas and pilots, and it's not necessarily things that are advertised for being safe on screen. Although I've never had an issue with it. Been doing it for years.
I went in and apologized after I saw your drawings and you doing it on yourself and other people's. I went and apologized to my daughter for stopping her from doing it.
I love that. So many people have told me that. They're like, I now let my kids draw on themselves. And I'm like, yes. If that's one good thing, it's like the people will let their kids draw on themselves. I love it. I love drawing myself.
That was my 4th period study hall.
It's always during school, and you know what? I made straight A's for the most part, like
I know.
all throughout high school and college. So it didn't distract me. Like I was probably paying attention better if I was drawing on myself than if I wasn't.
At least your grades didn't waver, so that's the good thing.
I think I'd be completely down for my daughter to draw on herself until she came out of her room one day with the Mike Tyson tattoo on her face, So I'll be like, oh girl,
I would find that awesome. I would honestly find that awesome because I'd be like, man, you had the concentration to sit there and draw this on your face. Good for you. Good for you.
No, she's always been good. She loves to draw, but I've never really caught her drawing on the walls or anything like that.
Well, tell her to start, apparently.
Not lie. I kind of discourage it. But.
Be what? You're gonna?
No, my kids draw on the walls and stand it.
No, the worst thing that happened was the time where after we watched Finding Nemo, she woke up from her nap and I took a nap too, and I found the floor was wet and she had flushed all her fish down the toilet because she said all drains lead to the ocean. that was the worst. But yeah.
Free the fish!
That's awesome.
Other than that, everything's been good. Yeah, I will never forget that. So where'd your fish go, sweetie? Oh, they went home. Well,
Thank God.
what do you mean they went home? All drains lead to the ocean. It's like, oh no, honey, we're on septic.
All we have to do is.
You don't want to know where them fish went.
About zombies.
Now, how long do you have for a lunch break?
On lunch break, well, it depends if I take lunch or not. Normally, if I do, I'm given an hour technically anywhere I work, but chances are I normally choose to take a short lunch break and leave earlier if I have to.
Okay, I asked because I saw your Hawk Smash that was done on your lunch break.
I took about a 15 to half-hour lunch break for that one. I purposely took the lunch break that day so that I could draw myself. So. I can't necessarily. I can get away with it in school, but if I'm on the clock, I'm generally not drawing on myself.
Excuse me.
Well, I'm going to touch on something that we talked about before we went live, and I'm assuming you're a halfway big Game of Thrones fan. Well, I know you've read the books and whatnot. Now, I know you're going to the viewing parties. What are your thoughts so far? I mean, how do you think about it ain't long, man. But what do you feel about the adaptation from paper to the screen? Like, how are they doing with it?
The same way that I feel really about most things that go from book to screen, including like Harry Potter, some just the major names. There's only been one that I'll bring up after that like really disappointed me, but I think that they're doing a great job of it. I think with fantasy novels in particular, they are so huge, like the universe and the amount of characters and the story is just so big that if they were to put everything in the books into a TV show, I'm not sure if it would be possible. So with the help of George R.R. Martin, like they've adapted it for television, and I think that they're doing a fantastic job with it. I love the show. I think it's worth having both experiences, though, because you definitely get things from the book that you don't get from the show.
Oh, yeah.
But
I agree with you there, and you brought up something so good that's so key to what you're talking about, and what a lot of people can relate to is you brought up Harry Potter. A lot of folks argue, you miss so much from Harry Potter if you watch the first movies and you don't read the books. Yes, you do, but they did a great job of telling the story. Look at the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. That was drug out way too long.
It was.
Just to make 2 movies out of it, just to cash in on it, where that, like, the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 could have been the shortest film of the entire franchise. But they just going for that cash grab, man, and they put every little detail out there.
I'm sorry, have you not seen The Hobbit?
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a lot of walking. I don't talk about those.
To be fair, don't pull my geek card. I have never read any of the Hobbits or any of the Lord of the Rings or any of the. No, I've never read any of the books, man. So all I know about them are from the movies.
I've read the books,
I had to,
and the movies were the complete opposite for me. Like I did not really care much for.
And I have to take your word on that because honestly, dude, I have not read them. I wish I could say I had, but I can't comment because I haven't read them.
So, Jody, I have a question for you. Do you think that reading Game of Thrones book and the show, do you think that kind of spurred you into liking going to tabletop D&D? And the reason why I asked is because, like me, I played D&D first, and Game of Thrones honestly seemed boring to me because I did D&D. So do you think that maybe that kind of helped you get into that?
I think it probably is farther back to Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And I think I see more similarities in that than I do. I see a lot as far as characters, because Game of Thrones is very character-based. But that's okay. I was going to ask about The Name of the Wind.
The Name of the what?
The Name of the Wind. It's the King Chronicle series, the King Killer Chronicle series.
Oh God, I can't remember all that.
It is fantastic, and I think eventually they're probably going to make something out of that as well. But it's one of those things that I think if you catch it now before like the wave.
I've done so much tabletop that I can't remember all these names of all these things they've thrown out there and creatures and characters, and I just kind of go and people's like, "This is what happened." I go, "Yes, okay."
Well, it was just a book series that I had read before getting into D&D, and I think that.
Have you ever tried to play Magic?
I have to. I know I have. I have yet to though.
Oh. Okay, well, I have like boxes of Magic cards.
I will send you my Magic deck, and you will crush.
Dude, I got slivers. You can be quiet, Travis.
Man, boy, no.
I just want to take a second.
Out of date.
I want to take a second to apologize to everybody, and Jody especially. If I cut you off, I think my connection's being a little turd tonight, and if I am, it's because I'm not hearing you talk, and then I'll start interjecting something and see you're still saying something. So it's out of no disrespect. I'm so sorry. It's just
I'm in the same boat here.
Well, I'm super offended. No, I'm just kidding.
She's like, that's it, we're done. I don't want to talk to people anymore.
but I did have an idea. If we can pull the money together, and if we can get Brandon to your studio, can you draw a huge George R.R. Martin on his back?
Brandon's like, wait a minute, what are the volunteers?
No.
I want to see a video of that.
Wait, not George, not Martin. We gotta put something on it.
We need two hobbits
Wesker,
walking down a road.
Can you do Wesker fighting Frodo?
Shut up! You be part of it, Wesker. You shush.
Give me Frodo and Wesker.
Look, I showed up one day on this show with a suit, and I'm banned as Wesker for life.
Yes, you are. You're Wesker, dude.
No, what we need is Wesker having both Frodo and Sam slung over his shoulder, and underneath the drawing needs to be, "I'm taking the hobbits to Isengard." Yeah,
That'd be good. That would be so good.
and that is why you're branded as Wesker right there.
Jody, who would you say is your favorite actor or actress?
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oh.
that's the hard part. I know actors like off the top of my head. Like, I love Scarlett Johansson. I love that woman so much.
That makes two of us giggity.
But yeah, I could name like several female actresses that I love. I don't know why that is. Emma Watson I love. Scarlett Johansson, Rosie Huntington, Mad Max. Holy shit! Speaking of which, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy might actually be one of my most favorite actors of all time.
How about Simon Pegg?
Fantastic! Love Simon.
All right.
Just making sure I knew who he was.
No,
You guys are gonna think I'm so retarded for saying
We
this,
already
man.
do.
I
Oh.
oh,
Damn,
but
dude.
check it out, dude. You know one actor that I have a lot of respect for?
Oh God.
I swear to God, if the
That-
words George Clooney come out of your
No,
mouth.
no, it's worse. Channing Tatum.
What?
Tatum. Yes.
I knew it.
You know why?
I knew he was going to say it.
You know
Now.
why?
I knew he was going to say it.
Have you ever seen the movie This Is the End?
I bet you've seen it a couple times, haven't you, B?
Dude,
And
the
who's
way
the
the way he plays the gimp and can laugh at himself, dude, with all the stereotypes flying around about him, that dude is all right by me, man. Anybody that can laugh at themselves like that, that's awesome. But yeah, I got respect for the guy.
Dude, I will laugh when that falls and that's right on your PC. Just
Shut
saying.
up.
I saw that you did a picture of Robin Williams. What inspired that?
I love him. I think that's really it. Sometimes I draw a lot of pop culture stuff and a lot of stuff that people like request and want to see, but Robin Williams was just one of those that I wanted to do for me. I knew that if I started drawing it, that I would be inspired just by thinking about his films and just the emotional mindset that I was in, and it's probably one of the portraits of all time. So I'm really glad
Robin Williams is an amazing person, man. If you go back and research him, oh my God, he was living in such a dark place for himself. He was dealing with such depression, dude, yet could still go out there dealing with his own personal stuff like that and still make people laugh and be that type of person, to just bring a smile to people's faces regardless of the torture he was putting up with
Now,
inside himself, man. I mean, yeah, I've got mad respect for Robin Williams.
So what, Jody, what would you say after that comment? What would you say if somebody came to you and said that Robin Williams as an actor was one-dimensional because his characters always revolved around the same thing?
Repeat that question, sir.
If someone was to come to you and say that Robin Williams was more one-dimensional than anything else because every role he played revolved around the same basic character, what would you say?
I feel like that's a hard thing to touch upon because I have almost gotten the same thing about what I do. Like people are like, you're kind of with the time lapses.
Can you think of and name one movie of Robin Williams that is different from most of what he does? The comical underdog or comical guy. Is there one movie you can think of that he did that's different?
Oh God, if she can't, let me interject.
Yes.
I can't. Why you shush?
Oh man, I need someone to interject. I can't.
Dead
1 hour
Poet
photo.
Society.
1 hour photo.
Dead. You'd say? I guess that was the first one I watched after he passed.
Which one?
Dead Poet Society.
See, Dead Poet Society was where he got to start, and I granted that's a little different. It seemed like after that he did kind of everything the same. What I was expecting people to say was 1 hour photo.
Yeah, that's what I said. 1 hour
Yeah,
photo,
that
and
one.
then Good Will Hunting.
Good one.
Well, he went from making you laugh, making you feel good to I'm going to stalk and murder you. I mean, that's there was no not even a transition. It was just from point A to point.
Is this where you're saying thank you for giving me such a great role model, Robin Williams?
I guess. You can go from happy-go-lucky to I'm going to kill people for no reason. Whatever.
Robin Williams would have been the perfect Joker just with that transition.
Okay.
He would have, but honestly, I'm sorry, I still say that Jack Nicholson takes it.
Oh yeah.
Goodwill Hunting, man. I got to
And
touch
Jody
on
agrees.
that.
That's all that
The
matters. I don't
scene
care
where
about you
he,
guys. He agrees.
the scene where he jumps down Matt Damon's throat, man. When Matt Damon starts talking about his wife, like, oh my God, that is so powerful, dude. Robin Williams was a great actor, man. Great actor.
He was. He was.
Now, Miss Jody, is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to?
My mom, for sure. She's probably watching. I mean, I think she's watching. I mean, from day one, she really has been supportive. And I know she's not feeling well right now, so get better, Mom. And I'll see you soon. And it's her birthday in about a month, so I plan on flying home for it. And
Happy birthday!
yeah.
Definitely.
Um,
So basically, your mother was very supportive. If you would have given her a gold watch at Christmas, she'd have been happy with it, right?
Let it go, B1. Let it go.
Oh man, I had to bring it up.
asked why I didn't draw or something instead. All she's ever asked.
Is there anybody else that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Well, both my sisters, definitely. My older sister Shelby, Shelby Seal. She's an actress. Look her up. And my little sister Sarah, and my dad, and yeah. I have a lot of friends out in Los Angeles who have like helped me find work and who've been really supportive, especially when all this craziness started happening again. So just want to thank all those people and my boyfriend Caleb. And thanks for being there for me too. And yeah, that was it.
Now, where can people find you at?
Online.
Online's a good answer. You can find me online, definitely on any of my platforms. Or, I mean, I did mention that I would be at the con next weekend in Los Angeles for D&D for a couple days. So I guess if anyone wants to look out for me there, I'll be around. There tends to be very few women at these things.
I'm sorry, you're going to be around where, Jody? What was that?
The D&D next weekend.
Okay.
I don't like that look on your face, dude. That's mildly creepy.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue. My bad.
And I've been asked to do a couple events, so if I do any of those in the next month or so, chances are I'll post about it on social media. But yeah, I always look at freelance commission work requests, so there are thousands that I have to go through right now, but if you're serious about them, just, chances are contact me through my website better than social media, so just check out jodysteele.com and send me an email for that, and yeah, that's it.
So I do have to ask you, Jody, because now the question just came to mind. When did you start gaming? Okay, I'm just asking.
Ever?
Like did you start on Nintendo? Like, gaming?
Dude, you are digging hard to find something that's not PlayStation. It's almost sad.
It really is, isn't it?
Most this generation. I definitely started with Nintendo, but the next thing I got very shortly after that was a PS2. So
whatever, I'm fine. You said Nintendo first. That works for me.
Okay. Just had to get one.
You just needed that one, huh? You just needed that one.
I did. I needed that one thing. That's all I needed.
Okay, and Travis?
Yes.
You want to go ahead and give our shout-outs?
Oh, yes, I will, actually. Gotta give me a minute with that right quick. I am loading up the shout-outs as we speak right now. Kind of took me off guard there. Not really. I'm just doing me. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna switch this up from what I did Friday. So, shout outs for tonight are Cosplay, Anime, and Gaming, Intergalactic Geek Alliance, The Batcave by Intergalactic Geek Alliance, Avengers Mansion by Intergalactic Geek Alliance, Game Share Play, Legit Lady Gamers, Geek Club, Lady Venom's Lair, JB Designs, still giving y'all dude, JB, man, love you, man. Promenade for
What was that?
Lady Advances Group. We want to also give a special shout out for Vince. Could not be with us here tonight because he is working on the set of the Starship.
Balance?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Is your storm clear now? Are they okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah.
going to ask, man. Are they still
Yeah.
taking donations and whatnot?
Yeah, you can find them on the Starship Studios Facebook page, and a GoFundMe is on the site on that Facebook page. We also want to give a special shout out to the Starship Studios because they're the ones that got hit. They're doing the cleanup for the show and everything else like that, and we can't wait until everything gets up and running. Give a shout out to Kick Punch Block. I want to give a shout out to Lady Rage / Mary Cosgrove. And we want to give a shout out to us, of course, Gamer Geeks TV and Geeky Gamers Unite.
Wait. Lady, did you shout yourself out on stream?
Well, it's a part of the page.
It's the page.
We already talked about this.
Heck,
We already
man.
talked about this.
I'm giving you heck.
And Twilight Link and Anime for Life, Gamer Geeks Radio, Gamer Geeks TV, and follow us on Twitter at Gamer Geeks TV.
No, Game with Geek Radio, baby.
Oh, Gamer Geeks Radio.
Jeez.
Fail.
We should have one too. Doesn't matter. I'll make one tonight.
See,
Anyway.
you say that, and then you're gonna just turn on the TV and be like, "Ooh."
I'm not even gonna turn on TV. I got Destiny I gotta deal with.
Oh God, I gotta do that too. Oh.
Wait, what is?
Okay, so
That's right, it's Tuesday.
I know that there's
No, it's
something
not.
that you would
Sunday.
like to go ahead and do, and it's about 7 p.m. your time now. So I am going to go ahead and cut it so that you could go and enjoy your plans for the evening.
Game of Thrones fans.
Jody, may I say it was an absolute pleasure talking with you tonight. I enjoyed every minute of it and you telling us more about your backstory and everything else. You're a very talented young artist, and I know the future is going to be nothing but bright for you. So thank you for coming out.
It was a pleasure to be on the show. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
And just remember, when in doubt, Xbox is better.
Oh my gosh.
The Xbox has D&D on it, by the way.
See? Yes, it does.
What is?
Neverwinter.
It does. Neverwinter is a
Yeah.
great game.
Neverwinter's
Pretty good, man.
Don't even get
I'm
me
gonna
started.
say this now because I probably talked the least out of all 4 of these guys on this thing.
What?
I did. I did. I know I did.
Meanwhile, was on
I
a
know I did.
friggin'
So I want to thank you for bearing with us,
Yeah, no, but thank you very much.
especially Brandon over there down at the end because he's at the end of my screen. But,
nobody can see Brandon. Deal with it.
Thanks.
Okay,
but
gentlemen.
thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everybody want to say goodnight?
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you again for being on the show, hon. And anytime you want to come on, please come back.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night. And this is Lady Rage
Night.
signing off.